cowards.
Nat. Get up, please, Nat. It's almost 2 p.m. He's coming. You have to get dressed. Get up. Get up.
Huh? What?
Nat, he'll be here at 6. The last time you didn't even get out of bed for him. Get up.
Where am I? Who's coming? Please go away. Far away. I need my rest.
Rest? Rest for what?
The show. The show tonight. We're working at the Domino Club. Or is it the Comedy Shed?
Nat, we haven't worked in over 15 years, and that was at the Actors Home for free. Get up. Come on, get up.
Please bring me my breakfast cigar.
A cigar he wants. Nat, the doctor is coming this last time. Please, try to be a person. If you do that crazy thing again, he'll put you in a nut house, and then how will I see you? Be a person. Don't talk about you know what. I pressed your favorite suit, the one with the stripes. A clean shirt, a nice tie. Okay, I'll get you a cigar.
I knew one day she'd side with him. How could she do it to me? A comic of my caliber. She fully knows I accepted the job as devil in charge of comedy and revenge. I can put my talents to great use. Imagine, bring a Messiah wannabe here. I never should have married that Gentile. My mother warned me about her. Now she brings my worst enemy here. That schmuck, that fucking Messiah. Says it's her cousin, yeah. A doctor who's not Jewish. Can you imagine that? Sure, he wants to trip me up. Put me away in a closet. Yeah, sure.
Nat, you're asleep again. Get out of bed. You've been in it for months. Wake up.
What is it you want? When you talk, I hear nothing. What is that?
A cup of tea. And I brought you one of your disgusting cigars.
Tea. The day of a show. I told you 1,000,000 times, tea has tannic acid in it and dries out the throat. How the hell am I going to talk to the audience?
The last time we were on stage, Kennedy was president. Drink the tea. Get up. Do something.
All right. I'll get up. Maybe in a half hour. I'm mad.
What are you mad at now?
I don't know. I forgot. Maybe I should send a little gift to the head office thanking them for all their fine supports. Nah, suckers. They got me the job of being the devil in charge of comedy and revenge. Schmucks! Little do they know, Jews don't even believe in hell. Where's my assistants?
We're right here! We're always here.
For God's sakes, for my sake, where did you guys hang out? Where do you hang out? When I'm here, you're here.
We are always here. Where in hell should we be?
Okay, fine. Today, I want to go see that old agent I had. Joe, well, you know that agent, that miserable rat bastard. Remember the time he gave me a check and it was $10 short? The dirty bum laughed at me.
Oh, yeah. Sure, that guy.
When was that?
In the 50s. He's still mad.
I didn't take that check. I turned around and I walked out. I went down the street and bought a big dog, a killer, and went back. The dog pulled me like a truck horse. I burst in his office and Petunia the Mastiff jumped on his desk and drooled at that putz. He made out a proper check and I left.
What about Petunia, the dog?
I donated him to a farmer I knew up in the Catskills. I used to buy eggs from.
And the agent?
Never used us again. So, a week later he had a heart attack and now he's, working down the hall. Petunia bites him every day.
Check it out. Look, he's falling asleep again.
Oh, great. Now we have to work again.
Which is basically kissing his ass.
I suppose it's better than the many alternatives he could think of.
Think of? Think? His brain is scrambled. All he thinks about is who screwed him and how he wants to get back at them.
I have heard that if you're in show business, everyone screws you.
Oh, yeah. It usually starts with the wife. That's the one who sets the whole thing up.
Yeah?
Yeah! They're in the act, and then just when things are good, they stoop someone. A musician, an agent, a producer, a ventriloquist, a landlord, whatever. It can be the beginning of the end. Yeah.
Or the end of the beginning. Oh, yeah. Hey, his wife Shirley did all that?
Maybe not. It might have been the other way around.
You mean he did stuff?
How should I know? The best never thinks about it.
He thinks so. I'm not so sure about that.
Ha! Neither am I. After all, he is nuts.
He certainly is, and I must tell you, I'm getting tired of laughing at the bits he keeps on doing.
Yeah, if he does that Lincoln routine one more time, I'm gonna vomit.
I love to vomit.
No one does it better than you.
It's a specialty of mine.
I look forward to it.
You never know which of his 5 routines he's gonna do.
There's no way of telling.
He just does them.
Well, we work for him, and that is that.
We could strike.
You know we can't strike. We've got to be in a union to do that. And where we come from, that's the last thing they want. You see, we work inside his mind.
But if we are in his mind, and you say he's nuts, which I totally agree, then we are really just mental creations.
Right.
But mental creations are nothing. We really don't exist.
Right. We don't exist except in his mind. If he has a mind.
We are nothing.
Correct.
Nothing.
That's right! Oh, we are nothing!
We are nothing!
Super fact!
Nat, it takes you time to get ready, and we only have 3 hours, so please. He's been here 15 times already.
So what?
So what? He's the head psychiatric doctor at the hospital, and he's my cousin? If we weren't related, do you think a doctor of his level would even come here?
He's not a doctor. I told you if he was a doctor, he'd be Jewish and bring me a tray of dried fruit. He's really a Bible thumper trying to screw with the devil.
You're acting insane.
I'm not insane. You are just jealous of the fact that I am the devil.
Again with the devil stuff. He's a man of science. Please don't get into that when he comes. Look, it's getting late. Please, get out of bed and try to behave. If he signs the proper papers, he'll get you into a decent home.
This is my I mean, our home.
I know. But if he commits you to a mental institution, it will be hard to see you. You need care. You need medical help. In a decent place, you'd get all that, and I'd be able to see you. If you're in an institution, well, it'll be hard, and I'll...
He's not getting me. If he does, at least I'll have time to catch up on my reading. And may I say, Hevel. And may I say, hell is empty, and all the devils are here. Shakespeare, The Tempest.
Please. The last book you read was Naked Lunch, and you only got up to page 38. Matt, get up. Do you think he would do all this if he weren't my cousin?
He's not your cousin. He just wants another award on his wall by getting a devil. Well, he won't. I rule my hell.
Again with the devil hell bit. I thought Jews don't recognize hell. Please, just try to be pleasant.
I was duly elected by the people. The suckers just didn't know what I was going to be.
Elected? When was that? When did that happen?
Not long ago. How can someone remember so many lines in an act and not remember my coronation day? It cost us a fortune.
The only thing that ever cost us a fortune were those stupid musical arrangements you bought that you only used once.
I hired a 200-piece orchestra that day. They rehearsed at that monster church up on Amsterdam Avenue, the Emperor's Waltz. The limo drove me there. When I walked in, I let them play about 12 bars. And then I cut them off and got back into the limo. I get out at that large synagogue on Park Avenue. There are 400 musicians. I walk in and they strike up the March of the Prophets. I let them get to the trumpet spot and cut them off. The limo takes me to the lawn in Central Park. A 1,000-piece orchestra. They hit the National Emblem March, second section. I walk on the carpet and crown myself a la Napoleon and make my coronation speech.
Which was?
I'm the emperor, babies. Let's eat. Then we ran to the Nutnik Club to do our show. No one came. Not one. Including that fucking critic. I had paid the PR guy plenty to get him down there.
Well, that I do remember. And it was 40 years ago.
No, it was last year. You work a whole lifetime to get good at what you do, and then suddenly they pull the rug out. Critics. What in hell do they know anyway? Big deal. So they can write a newspaper article. College boys. Can they sing? Act? Dance? No. I have heard that many of them can't even move scenery properly. The hardest thing in the world is to make a crowd laugh. In the words of George S. Kaufman, the critics, they're a nice bunch of guys. Some of them even had mothers. You may recall that the Putz moron critic did eventually show up. Late. Missed the whole thing. We were great that night, and he's drunk and he made a pass at you.
Oh, he did? Oh, I don't think so. He was just a drunk critic.
I belted that just a drunk critic. Knocked him out. How dare he come so late and miss the show? you were going to forgive him. But when he made a pass at you, well, that's another clam in the shell now, wasn't it? Now, I have the position to, shall we say, warm him up.
He's dead.
I know. I'll see him later.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, for Christ's sake. Everything's always about you. How's about me? Hi, Seal. It's me. He's getting worse. Oh, I don't know. The doctor's coming. Soon, in about 3 hours. I just don't know what to do anymore. He won't take his pills or anything. And now he thinks he's the devil. The devil! He's insane. He's over the top. Of course, I still love him. Well, what can I do? If he talks that devil stuff to the doctor, he'll wind up in a sanatorium. Oh, I don't deserve this. A lifetime. I've tried everything. Yes, that too. It's so unfair. I told you the last time the doctor came, Nat told him that he was a dog breeder, crossing Great Danes with Mastiffs. He was going to use them to go with them to see the agents. 40 years of living with that man at home and dying with him on stage. And what have I got? Nothing. No children, nothing. Insurance, you must be joking. It was all we could do to pay the rent. I just wanted everything just to be nice. Insane. I tried that. I told him if he would get out of bed and clean up, I'd give him sex. Sex. S-E-X. You know what he did? He went back to sleep. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. What can I do? I can't handle this. Maybe I should just... Oh. I know. I'll call you later.
Let me ask you a question.
Better make it an easy one.
Tell me exactly how we wound up working for him.
Oh, you don't remember? He thinks he made us up. But actually, we were sent by that temp agency. Fire, Brimstone, Xylophone, and Schwartz.
Oh, yeah! Schwartz is now in that unit that drives around for all eternity in a Ford Pinto, looking for parking spaces but never gets one. By the way, do we get paid for what we do?
Of course. We get a small gift in the mail every 600 years.
Like what?
Oh, something very useful. It could be a goldfish in a bowl, or a lovely piece of soap, or a bag of dried pasta.
Hey, wait a minute. I need water for all those things.
Down here, water's in short supply.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing I have a great skill set for this job.
So do I.
My specialty is making my ever-famous clam ripple ice cream, which naturally I serve with delicious topping of jalapeno sauce.
Delicious.
Do you think this Nat guy will ever get out of bed?
You know, I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well?
Oh, he'll get out of bed as soon as we freeze over.
Look, Seal. Maybe he's right. Who am I to force him? I mean, I'm not forcing him. Yes, of course I am his wife. I've been that forever. Jesus, I've never even once. No, of course not. Well, before I met Nat, well, that was different. Irving was cute. A busboy. He told me he was the owner. Well, I was naive in those days. Yes, but not since. Nat, are you kidding? He'd rather buy new material than cheat on me. Never. Oh, please, how could you ask me these questions? The other night I baked his favorite cake. I put it on the table and tried to get him to come over to eat it. He said, cut a piece and bring it over to him on the bed. Imagine, and me like a dumb cluck. Yes, of course I brought it to him. And the damn cup of coffee, too. Well, maybe this is all my fault. Maybe I should have learned to drive. Then when he would start that insane thing, I could have just taken the keys and been free. No, not free of him. I'm his wife. I made that choice a long time ago. Now what? What? How much would you give? You wouldn't. Oh, goodbye, Seal. I'm sorry, Seal. It's just that I know. I don't know.
I wish I were a bug, ha ha.
And I give you a hug, ha ha.
I wish I were a root, ha ha.
That flies good, you're a bed, ha ha.
It's nice to be a slut, ha ha.
In the rug, you bug, ha ha.
Or even a roach.
Do poach, hee ha, or roast, ha ha.
This is all that bum can come up with?
Well, what do you want from him? He's nuts.
I thought I heard singing.
No.
Where? What?
I've been working on a new routine. It will kill the audience.
What is it?
Impersonations.
Oh, this ought to be good. I mean, let's hear it, old master of the bed.
A Jewish Alfred Hitchcock. Good Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom. Oi ma kiskis. Jagejunt. And what about Lou Costello picking up the check at the 3 West restaurant? I'll pick up the check. I don't mind picking up the check. I'd like to, no, please, I insist. I'd like to pick up the check. Let me have the check. I'll pick up the those were the days. Thank you. Go ahead. I'll warm you up. Oh, wait a second. Back in the day when I was working, a comic had charm. The audience liked the guy. He wore a suit and a tie and... Oh, wait. I got another one. Here's Jackie Gleason as Othello. Desdemona. You know that I know. That you know. Bang, zoom, to the moon, Desdemona, to the moon. Iago, you are a blabbermouth. A blabbermouth. Ah, killer stuff. In the words of the great Milton Boyle, if you have a cannon, fire it.
You can't top that. No, sir.
Oh, yeah? He's been thinking about a Michelin Man bit.
Maybe it would be better if he stood up.
then we'd be out of a job.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I were a mouse, ha ha.
A mouse of luck, ha ha.
Or maybe I'm a fly, ha ha.
I cry and die, ha ha.
A bat, a rat, a slug, a roach. Then I'd be a landlord and I'd come to get my rent, ha ha.
Hey, wait. We better cut this stuff out. Anyway, we got plenty of landlords down here already.
Well,
We've got 2 hours. Da bist my sugar. Da bist an eigene bisschen Mamse. Ihr habt ihr in dread.
well, well, well. My. Now you're speaking in foreign tongues.
I haven't been married to you all these years not to have learned to speak some Yiddish, if just to get your blood boiling.
I do admit you know a lot of Yiddish. Probably more than I do.
You know, Nat, there was a time I even considered converting just to please you.
You would have made a terrific Jew.
I learned a lot of things. I just didn't get around to it.
It's just as well. The fact that you weren't Jewish was part of the attraction. Anyway, as I have said so many times before, all converts go through all that religious stuff, and they learn a lot. But there's one thing that can't be taught.
Really? And what is that?
The look.
The look?
Yes. Only a Jew by birth knows the look. See, when a Jew is in a crowd, there are some bastards that give him the look. And the Jew knows by instincts that those putzes are anti-Semites. You don't have to be religious, pious, whatever. It's inbred. You see, someone gives you that look, and you just know that that guy is a Jew hater.
You know, sometimes I feel that guys like you marry us shickses just to torture us. Over the years, I put up with so much. It amazes me that I still love you. I got used to your filthy cigars, your eating habits, your ego. But one time I almost gave up. You know that time I needed some cash and you told me your wallet was on the table and to go get some money from it? And then I noticed there were no pictures of me in it. Yes, there was a shot of your first suit you had as a kid, of your first car, stuff like that. You know, I carried your picture in my purse since we were first married. I guess it did something to me. After that, I never looked at you in the same way.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize, Nat. Jesus, Nat. We never had kids. Forget even a dog or a bird or a goldfish even. I'll tell you, I even considered leaving you when to help pay the rent I had to sell my mother's jewelry.
I needed the money to buy some new routines. Maybe you should have left. I could have been a star alone. All I needed was some decent material. I blame all those writers that gave me crap to do. Well, it's time for the payoff. I'll get every one of those schmucks and fry them up good. That's what devils are for.
Oh, Nat, please. Not the devil thing again. It's like an ice pick in my heart.
But I am a devil. I got helpers too.
Oh, Nat, stop it, please.
Stop what?
You're insane.
The truth! It's real and you know it.
You're insane.
No, you got it all wrong.
For my sake! Can't you stop this? We are in big trouble.
Stop nothing. I'm gonna finish off all those fucks.
Nat! Nate! Just give me this day, that's all I ask, please!
Forget it. No and no.
Years ago, after we laid an egg at some show, I went out of the dressing room to get something, and standing by the door there was a producer and some other guy. and they were talking about how awful we were. And then I overheard the producer say, "I'll never hire those Neverwuezes again. Not act, not has-been, not even amateurs. Neverwuezes." I wanted to die. I still want to die. But I don't care that we never made it. I don't care what is in the past. I'm just begging you to please come to your senses this one last time, please. Please.
Come to me, my melancholy baby. Cuddle up and don't be blue. All your fears are foolish fancy, maybe. You know, dear, that I'm in love with you. You know, Shirley, it wasn't all bad. I can remember a good time.
Yeah, sure. When was that?
The time we opened for Willie Nile in Vegas. He could sing and dance and everything.
Oh, yes, Willie.
He loved our stuff. And he loved you. He was crazy about you.
He was always acted very gentlemanly.
I know. Hey, how about the clock in the floor of the stage of the showroom? Only the acts could see it. Man, you had to be careful. 12 minutes. That's all any opening act you get. Go over 12, the first night, you get the ugly warning. Do it again, and you were out.
Willie was always amazed we never went past 12 minutes.
That's because you'd give me a little pinch when it was time to wrap it up.
Well, better I pinched you than having those 6'8" tuxedos break your neck.
Willie loved to give presents, mostly to you. I'll never forget that day the three of us were walking in the shopping area and you were admiring that Admiral Color TV that had just come out, going on and on about it.
Yes, he ran right in the store and he bought it for me.
I cried like a baby when he passed on.
I know, you loved him.
No, I hated losing that steady job.
Oh. We were out of work for a long time, Nat. Where Willie is now, his band is made up of harps with a stage of clouds.
Where I work now, we have a band. All xylophones. We do get some guest artists on banjo and accordion. Mostly they play hits from the planet Zulak.
The planet what?
The planet Zulak! Sometimes they throw in a few Johnny Cash tunes too.
Nat, I know something you don't know.
Impossible.
Remember that agent you used to like?
There has never been an agent I kind of liked.
Oh, yes. That old-timer Lou Eisenhauser. Remember with the bad lights, lousy bands, big drinker, cheap work? But he adored the acts, always very polite. Would never take a freebie to see anyone. He always paid to get in.
Vaguely.
Oh, come on. He had a lovely wife who helped him and would always start her sentences with, "We of the European style." Remember?
Maybe.
Well, it turns out he was a Schindler, a hero. He got Jews out of Poland during the war. He had to carry a cyanide pill in his pocket in case he was captured.
President Eisenhower did that?
Not Eisenhower. Eisenhauser. You should audition for the Sunshine Boys with the way you are going.
The Sunshine Boys is adding music? Because I'm not taking it if I can't sing a song.
Oh, God. I read that Lou's wife Sarah is still alive. She's 98. They met you know where.
I guess I won't be seeing either of them. Look, let me just say this. Some things that happen to people are just plain bad. Lousy. In fact, some things that happen are so bad, there isn't a word for it. You are trying to suck me into an intellectual conversation, and I'm not going to do it.
You know, you used to be so sweet. All these years we never had an argument. Now you are nuts. What happened to you?
Nothing.
I bet you don't recall that night.
What night?
What night? The night you fell in love with me. You were on the phone in the hallway backstage screaming into it, and all those little cutesy chorus girls were standing there listening to you go on and on to whoever they thought you were talking to. What do you mean? I have to fly out to LA immediately. 3,000 a week, oh please, I'm a nightclub man. Television, don't make me laugh. Bigger than Milton Berle. I am bigger than Berle. He's 5'8", I'm 6'2". What? Forget it. You slammed the phone down on those ladies, and a few of the guys in the band wanted to go over and talk you into the job. $3 grand.
And when they went away, all that was left was you, leaning up against the wall, smirking. I knew that you knew that I wasn't talking to anyone. It was all just for laughs. I was getting $2.25 for 3 shows a night, 6 days a week.
You came over to me and asked me out for after the show, and 3 weeks later we were married.
How could I have not gone after you? It seemed that you could see right into me.
I still can.
So, take a good look.
I have.
Oh yeah? Tell me, what do you see?
I see a man that was hurt so bad in show business that it made him crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Oh no, you're real happy. You just stay in bed all night thinking you're a devil.
I am.
Nat, I still love you.
I have always loved you.
If you love me, just do one thing, just one.
What? I'd do anything for you, my darling. Anything. Whatever you want, I'd never refuse you anything. What is it that you want?
Get out of bed.
No! Oh! What?
What do you think I'm going to do when you're gone? Well, so, do you think I'll get a dog? Well, oh. You're trying to kill me. This is the thanks I get for all I've done? Oh, the hell with it.
Gee, she's a terror.
Worse than us.
Nat. Oh, Nat, dear.
What?
Would you like me to invite your old pal Amos Bump? Remember, you used to love working with him, going over the routines. Remember? One night he brought Manny with him. You guys were up all night working on the routines, bits, playing cards. We rehearsed for them. Oh, it was wonderful. So, Nat, if you don't get up, we won't have time.
What? Oh yes, what bit are we doing tonight?
The new one, remember? We're breaking in the food routine.
I sing a couple of songs and take my bows, you come on and give me the line.
Bows? To you, bows are like Chinese food. An hour after the show, you want some more.
That's not the line.
Okay, okay. I walk on and I say, hey, Nathan, you.
Wrong! I told you never to say Nathan. Nat is okay, Nate, even Natey. Not Nathan. Nathan! Hey, Nathan! Nathan! It's funnier. Nathan! Like the hot dog place. Okay, now let's start again.
Hey, Nathan. We've got to go home now. Time to eat.
I just got back from an eating contest, and I ate 6 pounds of sausages, 4 steaks, and a pot of mashed potatoes. I won. I told them not to say anything to you, or you might not cook me any supper.
They didn't. I know that when you ask for another mouthful, you mean,
Fill my plate!
why is it that you always get all the punchlines?
Please, stick to the act. I pay dearly for this material. I told the gag writer that I get all the punchlines.
Why?
You know why.
No, tell me.
No.
Yes.
Because women can't deliver punchlines. Men can. Get it?
Oh, okay. Nathan. So I hear you want to do the egg routine.
Yes! I eat a dozen chicken eggs, 2 dozen goose eggs, and for my finish, I eat an ostrich egg.
How many shows a day?
4, but I told them I have to go home between shows for lunch and dinner. Hey!
You paid someone to write this stuff?
What's wrong with it?
I have to tell you. Maybe you should do your performing pigeon routine.
I can't!
Why not?
I ate them for breakfast. Hey!
Did you hear that stuff?
Yeah, loved it. If not for that stuff, we wouldn't be here. Oh,
What's so funny?
You, dear Emperor.
Yes, sir. You are a regular riot.
Thank you, my serfs.
Oh, yeah, you are so right. Women can't tell jokes. It just doesn't work.
I agree. Men funny, women not funny.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's true, though. You're the funny one.
It certainly is. You are much funnier.
Hey, you guys. Shirley and I have been doing our act forever. I'd be nothing without her. She can sing, dance, and tell jokes. It's just, well, maybe I'm a bit jealous of her. It's not for her, I wouldn't be where I am today. She gives the act just the right spark we need. I feel bad about the times I bowed without her. Without her, I'm like a...
Fish out of water.
Moose in the desert.
A ring without a finger.
1 chopstick.
A warm glass of water with a hair in it.
A toilet that don't flush.
Stop it! Stop it!
A crown without a head.
A half-used bar of soap and no water.
That's enough. Stop. Just stop. Today, we plan a very important move.
What's that?
Yeah, who gets it?
The guy who told me to be quiet in the movie house when I unwrapped a cough drop so I wouldn't cough during the film. That cuts! I had to take the cough drop and put it into my suit pocket and unwrap it one-handed as not to make what he felt was noise. The schmuck fell asleep 2 minutes later. After the film was over, the rude rat was still asleep.
What does he get?
The full treatment?
Worse.
Okay, forget it. Maybe when you're in that place, I'll do a single.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't do the act without me.
You want to bet?
Boy, I am telling you, if that lady ever sees us, she'll...
I know.
And look at him.
His orders are going to be a little muffled.
It's amazing to me that he can sleep when his wife is screaming at him.
He'd sleep better if she spoke more softly.
Hey, boys! Remember that guy that used me and Shirley on his TV show? After we appeared, I sent him a gift. He sent it back. Put the laughs on him! He sent me some other guys, and I made out much better.
Nat, are you awake?
Yes.
I was just thinking. You know the best time we ever had? It was when we were on staff up at the hotel in the Catskills. Not much money, but we were able to bring our parents up for a week. Boy, oh boy, did they have a nice time.
I remember that. It was in the 60s. Shapiro's Swiss Chalet.
No.
Krautmeyer's Palace.
Mayarovsky's Villa.
Garwinkle's Rest.
Yes, that's it.
Obviously.
You know, your mother told me you were a perfect child. And your father, of course, agreed with everything she said. They told me how well you did in school. In sports, your mother said your specialty was basketball.
Yeah, though I used to fix the games all the time. My sister was the real star on the courts.
Oh, it was so sad when she passed away so young.
Ruth was so beautiful. Not just in looks, but she was a version of our mother. God rest her too. Only Ruth was finer. I loved my mother, but maybe I loved Ruthie more. She did a lot for everyone, not just me. If there was anything I couldn't do, she'd do it. I probably scared off more of her boyfriends than our dad did. I tried to see her the other day, but I couldn't get a pass to go upstairs.
How can a man who played basketball, an active person, retreat to the bed?
I'll bet you were a cheerleader at sports events.
Yes.
And you threw the baton and led the cheers.
Yes.
And you had a cute little powder blue outfit that you wore.
Well, it was yellow, but yes.
All those things must have given you plenty to do while your tiny little town waited to get water, electricity, telephones, air.
You know, sometimes you can be so cruel.
That's what devils do.
Again with the devil stuff. Can't we at least talk about something else?
Like what? Politics? Those guys have a bigger audience than I have. The weather? I don't believe in it. Religion?
Did Master call us?
No, get down. She's there.
What do you want from me?
Nat, do you still love me?
What is this, a fiddler company? Do you love me, she says. Of course.
Then why won't you do a simple thing? All it is to get out of bed, get dressed, and behave. The doctor tested you for that sleeping sickness. It's not that. It's just that you're impossible. The devil. Couldn't you pick someone different like Teddy Roosevelt or Napoleon or Mother Teresa even?
One does not get to pick. A candidate for a devil is chosen by the people that live down deep, the people that screwed him, or her, if you will, and there are plenty of those suckers that need my attention. In fact, I never told you this, but I'm starting to believe that they all wanted to go to hell. Well, why did they do all that bad stuff? For money? Where I live now, cash ain't accepted.
God, it's no use.
And now, my love, my partner, my soulmate, you must excuse me as I have to go to a meeting with my associates.
Da bist my sugar nut. Geh weg from here. Da bist ein Dreck. Fine. Now you make me say these things.
Women, all they want is to be 10 years younger than their daughter. Oscar Wilde, boys! Hereafter, for all the people we got down here, when it's mealtime, which is once a month, I want their water mixed this way. A spoon of water and a cup of salt.
Ha! Sounds delicious.
I like it that way. Why are you being so nice to them?
Nat, all we've got is an hour now. Nat, are you listening to me?
Why should I? I'm busy. So much to do.
You have nothing to do but to get up and get dressed and behave. This is our last chance. No jokes, please, and no crazy talk.
Don't crazy talk. Who the hell am I supposed to see?
Oh, God, the doctor! He's coming this last time to evaluate you. If he decides you need help, he'll get you into a decent place. But if you start in on him again, he'll say you've got to go you know where.
Where?
A mental institution. And I must say he's been very good to you.
Really? He's been good. In the words of Jerry Lewis, screw him, he's a phony! Nah! A Freudian fraud.
A phony. He's the head of psychiatry at the hospital. His walls are covered with degrees, awards. He's just trying to help. I'm amazed he keeps coming back. Another doctor would have put you in Bellevue immediately. Boy, am I glad I was nice to him when we were kids.
How nice.
Stop it. When his parents passed on, he was still young and came to live with us. I'm like his sister. We grew up together. After Jack came to us, my parents never had another child. They had their boy. So it was me and Jack. So now he is trying and forging and lying just to save you. And what do? Every time he comes, you either do that insane devil stuff or tell jokes.
Not every time.
Oh, yes. Oh. One time you gave him the cold shoulder and didn't say a word. And yet he still came back.
He was thrilled to see me. And besides, I don't trust him.
What?
That's what I said. I don't trust him. He goes around with needle shots and pills and acts like a doctor. But I know the truth. The truth is that he is one of those devil hunters that tries to get people like me locked in one of those blessed holy water closets that we can't get out of and keep us there forever. Forget it. This time, when he comes, I'll zap him with my tail and lock him up with that ex-manager we had. I hope he likes his workplace warm.
Nat, he's a doctor. A doctor. Why do you think I took that job waitressing before we met, and then dancing? It was to help him through school. And if you remember, he graduated, and within a year, Jack not only paid me back 10 times, but he set us up in our first apartment. We were married by then, and you didn't even have the first month's security.
When we were married, when we were first married, I took every cent I had and bought new music to fit you into the act. I would have gotten the rent money. I was on to getting us that tour.
I remember that first tour. I was supposed to be 6 weeks' work, and the whole thing fell through. Oh, I don't want to talk about those times. I have to deal with what's now.
Deal? You want to play some rummy?
Not funny. Anyway, you cheated cards.
Cheat? Cheat? I don't cheat. I just help the game go a little faster. And speaking of faster, let's get that ambulance chaser out quick this time. I need my sleep.
All you do is sleep.
Not true? I am constantly thinking up new ideas for us.
Well, think about this. If you act normal for you, Jack will recommend you to go to a facility that's nice, with helpers. It will be clean and I'll be able to visit all I want. If you act nuts, he'll say you have to go to the mental ward and that will be bad. Now look, Nat, I'm not begging, I'm not telling, I'm not suggesting, not coaxing, not pleading. I'm just saying that this time what's going to happen. No more jokes, songs, nothing. Just be friendly. A decent person who just happens to need a little help. Don't sing that stupid song to him. Come after breakfast, bring your own lunch, and leave before supper time. No psychiatrist jokes, especially the one with the 2 dogs in it. You told him that 6 times already. And especially, do not tell him you are the devil and you eat deep-fried drumsticks. Please. Just talk about the weather, family, friends. Okay, Nat? Nat? You're acting like a child.
This looks to you like a child?
I didn't say you look like a child. I said you're acting like a child, and a stubborn one at that.
I am the easiest guy in the world to get along with.
Huh? That's the stuff you should have put in our act. Jesus, we were lousy.
No, we weren't lousy. The material was. We were good. And don't use that guy's name again to me.
What guy?
You know, it starts with a
Oh. You mean Jesus?
That's it. Don't say it.
Jesus!
Ah!
Jesus!
Ah!
Jesus! Sweet
Ah!
baby Jesus!
Oh, stop it! Stop it! What are you trying to do? An exorcism?
Maybe that's just what you need.
That phony doctor is going to give up conventional medicine to spritz me with old water?
No. Maybe I should get a priest.
Yeah, do it. I got lots of priest gags.
You would tell a priest some jokes as he performs an exorcism on you?
Sure. And it will be good to see how the competition is doing.
Oh, Nate. You used to be so sweet, letting all your pals that were down and out sleep on our couch. Where I sleep now, giving them money when we really didn't have it. What happened to you?
Every guy, every band, everyone we ever worked with, I'd send a gift to. Or buy them drinks after the show. Or give them cigars. I handed out millions of those. Never, and I repeat, never, they never gave me anything back. Not that I wanted it, but a few of them made it. And even though I let them sleep on the couch when they were down and out, and yes, I helped them out with some cash, they never reciprocated. Never. Not a one. Remember Bill Black? He slept here for months. I gave him plenty of dough, cigar, foods, whatever he wanted. And when he made it, what did he do? Mr. Television? Not a fucking thing for me. He could have given us a walk-on and a crowd scene, extra work, anything. And we certainly could have used the residuals, the small cash. We would have gotten unemployment insurance. Nothing. But now that he is dead, he put all his good luck up his nose. He will get the full treatment shortly.
Nat, can't you let all this pain go?
I'm not in pain. Not at all. But he will be.
Ah, now I get it. Now I see why you're doing this. You've been hurt deeply, and now you want your revenge. Nat, You can't get even with people that are gone.
Yes, I can. And you don't know what you're talking about.
No, you can't.
I have to. They deserve it.
The fact that they passed on is reason enough to forget about them.
Some are still living, laughing, enjoying.
So what? They are not what's important. You haven't seen any of them in years. Please, lad. Let's just go on with our lives.
How can I forget? No way. And anyhow, a devil never forgets. They get theirs.
But you're not hurting them. You're hurting me. I can't stand seeing you this way. Please, just stop it. At least stop all this when my cousin comes. Okay, Nat? Nat! Nat! Oh.
Did you hear all that?
Yes.
If he's taken to the nut house, we'll have to go with him.
But while we're there, they'll try to get rid of us. They'll dissolve us.
I'll become a crazed rat and fight that doctor.
You can't!
Why not?
Because if Emperor Nat is awake, we aren't there. We're only in his mind when he sleeps.
I love this job.
Me too.
What can we do?
We'll have to humor him. Tell him it's here where he belongs. You know, how it's here where he rules. An evil emperor devil dealing out punishments to the people he thinks screwed him.
Oh, I get it. Give him the old line of bullshit.
Bullshit is what he wants. He needs to hear bullshit.
Boys, I need your assistance today. 2 people due in for their just rewards, as they say. I'll require your fine execution.
Huh? What did he say?
I think he said he wants us to get an execution started.
I love executions!
Yeah, they're so final.
Well, at least to people. After the killing, most of them come here.
First, that big, ugly, hairy, phony, miserable so-called crooner. We had to follow that bastard. And instead of doing 20 minutes, he stayed on for at least an hour. Tired out the audience. He couldn't buy a laugh. I wanted to kill him. You might remember that there is nothing worse to follow than a piece of shit Delilah singer. He shook his dirty, rotten pelvis at the old ladies in the audience while doing that awful Tom Jones impersonation. That alone took 20 minutes. Then to finish off, he went into that shirt-tearing bit of his. It took me weeks to get over the whole thing. It made me question everything. I felt that I was so great that we could follow any act. I never told anyone this, but I knew that night that I was wrong about show business. It's dirty. It hurts. And the audience doesn't know. It's a terrible thing to think you know everything about something, only to find out you don't really know that much. All I could do then was to see that we never follow one of those musical terrorists on the bill. Never follow a Delilah singer, or a magician, or a ventriloquist, or a fucking dance team, or a get it, boys!
Oh yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Wait, why does he always say boys? We might be girls.
We are neither, or both. We are puppets.
Hey, that's right. Nobody knows what the hell we are.
Even the audience.
Now on to a more important item of the day. We got a guy coming over that wants to put me in a closet. Can you imagine that? Me. Well, fuck that to him.
This is the big one.
We have to come up with something special for him, that Messiah wannabe.
Why don't you tell them the gag about the psychiatrist and the dairy farmer? That'll scare him off.
Or sing him that parody about the doctor and the deli man.
No, 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 no. I need something new. Something to end all of this. A big thing. A thing that will be remembered for eternity.
Huh. We need a little time for this one.
Yeah, you're talking a specialty.
Don't take too long, boys. I'm running out of time.
We could boil him in oil.
And give him a boil.
On his nose.
Or on his toes.
Pins and needles wherever he sits.
Or a lifetime of caffeine fix.
Stop! I got it. Now I have it. The worst punishment ever inflicted on anyone. Few survive. Most commit suicide when they experience it. I feel so good now.
What is it?
Yeah, tell us.
I'll make him do an act. The worst performance ever. I'll make him sing a shitty song written by that guy I once used. You remember Murray Sugarman? That moron, he would rhyme rain with blame. I'll make him sing it. He'll sing it in front of an audience made up of musicians. What could be worse? He'll suck! Off key, lots of wrong notes. A drummer who'll give him the wrong tempo. When he hits that last screeching high note, all he'll hear is crickets chirping. They'll hate him, and after a second or two, the audience will boo him off the stage. People will walk out noisily, shaking their fists at the producer. He'll be so shook up that he won't even make it to the dirty, bug-infested dressing room. He'll die right there in the wings, and within a flash, he'll be here, and you guys can then work him over. Gee, I feel so light and airy. Never better.
You are the supreme master.
Genius. No. Mega Jewish genius.
That, get up, will you? This is it. He'll be here soon. You've got to get ready.
Why is it just as I get going good, you always wake me?
Going good? This is good? Listen, Nat, you'll wind up in the sanatorium. I'm telling you, please, enough. I can't take this. We're going to wind up in that awful place. They still got him, you know. Don't you want to be in a regular place? Well, don't you? Nat, get up. Oh, dear God, why? It's not fair.
What do you want from me? Who the hell is coming anyway?
I've told you 1,000,000 times. The doctor, my cousin. The man that could either put you away or give me a chance.
Fuck him.
What?
You heard me. I don't care who he is.
Nat. Nate. That's it. I give up. You'll wind up where you choose. Look, we have no insurance. Never had. There's just so much that's paid for. The bills you take cost enough for a new house. How can you be like this? Think what you're doing to us.
But I'm the devil in charge of revenge and comedy. Who's coming? Some kid that thinks he can put me away? Aren't you on my side? Aren't you?
I am on your side. I just want to be able to see you. To see you in a place that's decent. Can't you understand?
You don't understand. Have you ever? I am the devil. He is some kind of holier-than-thou wannabe. When he gets here, tell him I've gone out for a newspaper, or a quart of milk, or say whatever comes into your head. I am not going with him. In fact, I might take him with me. Yeah, that's it. I'll show him who's who.
Nat, he's here. It's time. He's here. Oh, God, what can I do? Get up, get up, get up! I'll stall him. I'll make him coffee. I'll ask about where he works. Get out of bed, please, please, please.
No! Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Shirley. Please, Shirley. Shirley. I want to stay here. Shirley, we have to rehearse.
Where are we working tonight?